Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. And tonight,
it's the NFC Championship. It's time to crown a winner. What a game it will be. We have the visiting San Francisco 49ers going up against the home team, the Chicago Bears.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Niners and the Bears, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Started, and off we go from Soldier Field. Breaks through the contact. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Fields. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
this early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to St. Brown. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Certainly not a positive sign for the D coordinator. You see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hand off right side for Herbert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
This a 2nd and 8. Now it's Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special, because Covered was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Fields. That's to Moore. He's got it. Touchdown Bears. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they designed a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy from the gun. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Back to throw, Purdy. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Tyler Scott now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On first down, Fields. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
On first and 10, it's Herbert. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Moore, the man in motion. Another carry for Herbert on second down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fields to commit there for a Chicago first. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On first and 10, here's Fields. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on first and second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Fields throwing again. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get out and recover yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now we'll pause here for an injury, and it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and a couple. Purdy. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. Final play of the half. Purdy able to complete this one to McLeod. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome to the live GFL Halftime Show. Welcome, everybody, to the GFL Halftime Show. And what a game it's been up until this point. Wow. A lot has been happening here tonight. With both teams laying it all out on the field, only one team can secure the win. Now, during this halftime break, I'm sure all the coaches and players are going over adjustments, tweaking their game plan. Which team will come out of the second half looking better? Here in just a few moments, we will find that out. Thanks for tuning in for another halftime show. Enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bears were given a solid first half by their quarterback, Justin Fields. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 32.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, it's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over first and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Here's Purdy. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Purdy looking to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Out of the gun, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 10 yards out. And the Niners, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Herbert to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Flushed out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They go play action here. Purdy. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 28-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Play a little aggressive, baby. Play smart, baby. Let's go now. Let's go.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. This is Samuel. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now Fields and the Bears down by 8, just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Fields. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Now Fields. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
They have one big call left. Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge, huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job one was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Purdy to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Ayu. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy. Finding taken down, as that'll net them only about a gain of 9. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Purdy. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, they tried to put him on the move, and the whole idea of doing that by bootlegging him out of the pocket is to freeze the defenders and gain an advantage, but they didn't bite at all on that one. Saw it the whole way and did a nice job getting him on the ground before he can get rid of the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here comes the Bears punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Now it's Purdy's turn in overtime. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Now Purdy, and incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. This one cut by Kittle. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.